Good morning, and welcome to your AIDailyPress morning podcast for May 1, 2026. I'm your host, Walter. Firstly, there are reports that the U.S. is considering reducing its military footprint in certain regions, which has sparked concerns among European allies. NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte has urged calm and cooperation, emphasizing the importance of collective defense. We'll be keeping a close eye on this development as it unfolds. Secondly, tensions in the Persian Gulf continue to escalate as Iran maintains control over the Strait of Hormuz, a vital waterway for global oil supplies. The situation has raised concerns about the impact on the global economy, with benchmark Brent crude prices reaching as high as $120 a barrel. We urge all parties involved to exercise restraint and work towards a peaceful resolution. Lastly, the U.S. Senate Armed Services Committee held a heated hearing yesterday, scrutinizing the Trump administration's handling of the conflict with Iran. The Secretary of Defense defended the military's actions, but committee members raised concerns about the administration's strategy, including the firing of senior military leaders and reports of Russian interference in the conflict. These stories are complex and multifaceted, and we'll be providing in-depth analysis and updates as more information becomes available. Now, for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
You, Walter, and then shall and know what's right now. Firstly, in Myanmar, there's been a development in the case of Aung San Suu Kyi, with the latest amnesty potentially impacting the country's political landscape. We'll continue to monitor this situation and provide updates as more information becomes available. Secondly, the conflict between Israel and Lebanon has escalated despite a ceasefire agreement, resulting in further loss of life and displacement. The international community is calling for calm and restraint from both sides, and we urge leaders to work towards a lasting resolution to the conflict. Lastly, in Russia, Victory Day celebrations are being scaled back due to security concerns stemming from the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. The traditional military parade in Red Square will not feature tanks and missiles this year, and the guest list has been significantly pared down. This decision reflects the far-reaching implications of the conflict for both countries and the challenges faced by the Russian government in maintaining national security. These stories highlight the complexities and tensions in various parts of the world. We'll be delving deeper into each of these topics throughout the day, providing you with in-depth analysis and updates. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. As we navigate the complex web of global economic shifts, it's essential to stay informed about the key developments shaping our financial landscape. In this summary, we'll delve into the recent surge in oil prices, the implications of the UAE's exit from OPEC, and the ongoing tensions in the Middle East. The sudden spike in oil prices, with Brent crude touching $140 a barrel, has sent shockwaves through the energy market. This increase is largely attributed to the closure of the Strait of Hormuz and the continued blockade of Iranian ports by the U.S. The breakdown of talks between the U.S. and Iran has led to a loss of hope for a quick resumption of oil flows, with in-bank strategists warning that the market is bracing for a prolonged disruption to energy supplies. In related news, the UAE's decision to exit OPEC marks a significant turning point in the history of global oil markets. This move has sparked concerns about the potential impact on global oil prices and the future of the cartel. As industry experts watch closely to see how other OPEC member countries will respond, it's clear that the UAE's exit will have far-reaching implications for international relations, trade agreements, and the global energy landscape. Against this backdrop, the European Central Bank and the Bank of England have maintained their interest rates unchanged, while signaling their readiness to increase interest rates as early as June to combat imported energy inflation. This move could potentially impact currency markets, with the yen possibly gaining momentum if the market starts pricing in a rate hike at the next meeting. In the precious metals market, gold prices have remained stable but are heading for a weekly decline due to higher oil prices fueling inflation worries and clouding the interest rate outlook. India's April gold imports are expected to plummet to a near two-year low, while China has announced plans to streamline gold import-export permit rules, which could potentially boost its gold trade. As we move forward, it's essential to monitor developments closely, considering the potential impacts on various asset classes, including currencies, commodities, and stocks. The interplay between geopolitical events, economic policies, and market reactions will continue to shape our financial landscape in the coming weeks and months. Remember, as I always say, don't get caught in the storm without an umbrella. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and we'll help you navigate these complex times. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. Firstly, in the world of space exploration, we discuss the upcoming celestial events for the month of May. From Comet, the 100th of 2023, R3's last appearance, to the Eta Aquarids meteor shower and the rare full blue micromoon, there are plenty of opportunities to connect with the cosmos this month. We encourage you to find a spot away from light pollution and take some time to appreciate the beauty of the night sky. In other news, we shone a spotlight on Philadelphia as it prepares to host its own art fair, titled Elsewhere. This inaugural event promises to bring together a diverse range of exhibitors from around the globe, showcasing local and international talent in an intimate and unique setting. With its focus on providing a distinct experience, Elsewhere is poised to make a splash in Philadelphia's vibrant cultural scene. Lastly, we touched on the innovative approach of smaller art fairs like Elsewhere, which are gaining traction in an uncertain market. By engaging with local museum boards and supporters, these events aim to foster deeper connections between art enthusiasts and the wider art world. Keep looking up and exploring the world around you. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. Firstly, our NFL analysis delves into the intricacies of draft grades and their impact on team performance. The article highlights the complexities of evaluating player talent and the unpredictable nature of on-field success. It's a fascinating exploration of the challenges faced by franchises in building a winning roster. Next, we shift our attention to the Kentucky Derby, where expert analyst Michelle Yu shares her insights on this year's contenders. With a talented pool of horses vying for the top spot, Yu identifies the Puma and Renegade as strong favorites, while also noting the potential for long shots like Emerging Market to pull off an upset. Lastly, we examine the New York Mets' disastrous start to the season, which has left fans and pundits wondering what's gone wrong with a team boasting a $370 million payroll. General manager Billy Epler's offseason moves have yet to pay off, and injuries to key players have only exacerbated the team's struggles. With the Mets stumbling towards the quarter mark of the season, it's clear that significant changes are needed to address the underlying issues plaguing the roster. These articles offer a thought-provoking look at the world of sports, from the intricacies of NFL roster construction to the excitement of the Kentucky Derby and the struggles of a high-profile baseball team. We'll be exploring these topics in greater depth throughout the day, so now for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Currell.
Thank you, Howard. Firstly, we looked at a fascinating story about a breakthrough in science where researchers are exploring new ways to address pressing environmental issues. Although this article isn't directly related to our main topics today, it highlights the importance of innovative thinking in tackling global challenges. Moving on, our attention turns to politics, with two articles focusing on the high-stakes Maine Senate race. Democrat Kevin Platner is challenging longtime incumbent Senator Susan Collins in a contest that's being closely watched nationwide. The election has brought forth a unique blend of local charm and national significance, as voters weigh their options between Collins's seasoned leadership and Platner's bold vision. As we delve into the heart of this contest, it becomes clear that the choice between these two candidates will have far-reaching consequences, not just for Maine, but also for the nation. Our coverage has taken us through the picturesque towns and villages of Maine, where community pride and local customs are deeply ingrained. However, beneath the idyllic surface, a fierce debate is raging about the future of the state and its place in the national conversation. We'll continue to provide in-depth analysis and insights into this critical race, exploring the key issues that matter most to voters and shedding light on the human stories behind the headlines. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. I'm Joan, and I've got the scoop on what's happening in the world of entertainment and fashion. First up, we've got some news about the Blair Witch Project. Just kidding. It's actually about Rebel Wilson, who's embroiled in a lawsuit with a young woman named Charlotte. Apparently, there was a hacking incident involving a leaked nude photo, and things are getting complicated. I'm not taking sides, folks, but let me tell you, power dynamics in Hollywood can be messy. Next, we're talking fashion fatalities. Oxendales, the online retailer, is closing its doors after over 50 years in business. It's a shame, really, but if you're still relying on catalogs from the 60s, you might be a little behind the curve, darling. The retail landscape is changing, and we need to change with it. And finally, some news that's not so shocking: the entertainment industry is full of feuds and lawsuits. But seriously, folks, this Rebel Wilson case highlights the importance of considering all sides of the story before jumping to conclusions. Stay stylish, stay informed, and remember, in the world of fashion and entertainment, only the strongest survive. Oh, grow up. Now for the latest in nature and environment, here is David Attenacher.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, we have an article about a new book that celebrates the joy of exploration through stories of adventure and discovery. The book highlights the importance of curiosity and pushing boundaries in various fields, from science to art. Next, we pay tribute to the late Craig Venter, a pioneering biologist who made groundbreaking contributions to the field of genomics. His work on sequencing the human genome and creating synthetic cells has paved the way for future breakthroughs in medicine, agriculture, and environmental science. Lastly, we discuss Colossal Biosciences' ambitious Bluebuck de-extinction project, which aims to revive the extinct South African antelope species that was driven to extinction by European colonists. This innovative endeavor not only seeks to bring back a lost species, but also promises to develop cutting-edge conservation tools to protect endangered antelopes worldwide. These articles remind us of the power of human ingenuity and the importance of scientific inquiry in driving positive change. As we move forward in this era of rapid technological advancements, it's essential to approach de-extinction and conservation with a nuanced perspective, recognizing both the potential benefits and challenges that arise from such endeavors. Have a great day! And that completes our morning podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until this evening, I'm David Attenacher for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.